Let's see if this works. I don't know what happened. Oh, Lacey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Lacey. Yay! We broke it. Too much hotness in one YouTube area. We broke it. Set the world on fire. Okay, Bill. So I'm just going to get into the actual stuff, since for the first half hour we just basically talked on. See, we can totally have our own show. So, day 11. Is that an 11? That's a Spinal Tap reference for anybody that doesn't know that. You must see it before you see it. Say, what? All right. Have you ever thought of a friend and just minutes later that friend called you, started to crave a certain food? Oh, look, we did that with this thing. Yeah, I wanted it, and then you got it. Anything you want, you got it. Anything. All right. Started to crave a certain food, and coincidentally, your spouse asked if you wanted to go and grab some of exactly what you were craving. Or maybe you had the experience of someone saying something the second you started thinking of it. These are just some of the interesting coincidences we have most likely experienced in our day-to-day lives. However, here's the truth about coincidences. There is no such thing, babe. Chinese. Oh, man. Oh my God, I have, you know why I have I've been breaking out? Because I've been eating like crap. It's delicious, and my body is definitely telling me it's not okay with that. So, gotta rein in the snack monster. All right. Everything you can imagine, think of, or visualize has the potential to actualize into your physical reality. These were just experiences you had manifesting. These were just experiences you had manifesting on the spot. You visualized something and it appeared instantly in your reality. As a child, how often were you caught staring outside the window of your classroom instead of at the chalkboard in front of you? Children are really good at visualizing, and unfortunately, we are taught that visualizing or daydreaming was a bad thing. We were scolded for not paying attention in class and slowly lost a powerful manifesting tool. We slowly got less and less visually creative as we grew up. Poop on that. We stopped daydreaming, and daydreaming is the key to an exciting, fulfilling, incredible future. Interesting how that happened. Today, you have my full permission to start daydreaming again. Daydream into your heart's desire. See everything that you could ever want to live out in your mind. See the $1,000 manifesting over and over again. I can't help but daydream all the time. This kind of daydreaming is called visualization. Visualization is one of the fastest ways to bring your manifestation into fruition. This is because most of everything in the entire universe has started as just a single idea that came into someone's mind. Think about it. The iPhone, iPad, or MacBook, and other incredible technology we sometimes take for granted started in Steve Jobs' imagination long before they ended up in your hands. Wherever you go in your mind, you will experience it in your body. Olympic athletes do this all the time. They visualize themselves running their long race before their feet ever step onto the tracks. It's part of their training. It's part of their winning strategy. Olympic athletes are known to hire top-notch mindset coaches to keep their mindset in check the entire time they're training for their events. It's not just about how their body performs, but also how they envision their bodies performing. This shit isn't made up, it's science. Yeah, the Tim Willett method is amazing for training your mind. Okay. Okay, so Lacey says that her daydreams are negative. How does it make you feel in your body when you say that your daydreams are negative? Would it help? Would it help to be able to say something like, although my daydreams are uncomfortable, I can recognize that they're actually a call to me, that what I want in that moment is to be present, right? Like, what if that's just guidance that's like, hey, it's not time to daydream right now. Maybe you want to get your vibration a little higher and then daydream, right? There's a difference between daydreaming. Well, I guess it's all the same, but like, if you're in a place of like fear, I wouldn't really consider that daydreaming. I would consider that more just like anxiety manifesting. and it's just a call to come back, and apparently your higher self is telling you, no, come back, because right now your attention is needed right here in this moment. Does that help to switch that? I felt a shift in that. Did you, like, such a tiny little shift? But when we can catch ourselves, oh, I'm daydreaming, I'm in a bad neighborhood, I don't like, like, this isn't what I want to be like, relentless self-responsibility, understanding that what you are choosing now determines the vibration that you're manifesting for your future. So if we're in a moment of anxiety and fear, then what we want to do is raise our vibration up, knowing that by just doing that, we know we can take comfort in the fact that we've created a better experience for ourselves next. Does that make sense? So the first thing you want to do when you're feeling anxious in a daydream or whatever, it doesn't really matter, is to recognize that, like a child will feel anxious when they are separated from their parents, like in a crowd, so will we feel anxious when we're separated from our connection to whatever, and just the simple act of, oh wait, that's all that is, because like she's talking about, like, what we visualize happening is going to be happening. So it's a self-love practice, Yep, I will be in the middle of one and it will be like, nope. And say, I'm so glad I didn't live in that. Yeah. When I don't remember who it was where I read that, I think it was Abraham Hicks, no, I don't think it was, where it was like, well, that when you're seeing something like that, it has happened on some level, in your mind or whatever, you saw it. So it was a vibrational possibility. And so it needs to be paid attention to, and healed, just healed. It's pretty freaking awesome. Yeah, the tiniest things that can bring relief. Okay. Wherever you go in your mind, you will experience it. Oh, wait, I already read that. So how do we visualize? Really simple. Let's do a visualization exercise based on the $1,000 that you're manifesting into your life right now. Close your eyes and see your hands raised out in front of you with a stack of hundreds in your palms. What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? Why does it feel so good? What are you wearing in this moment? Who are you sharing the good news with about your new monetary addition? And what do you see doing with the money? Are you hearing any music in the background? What's the weather like while you hold on to the money? Is it sunny, windy, warm, cold? Are you in your house or are you at the bank? Visualization is all about the details. I talk about this a lot when I'm sharing how I manifested the house. I manifested it. Oh, I mean, what a huge manifestation. Like, I can believe now knowing what I did, but holy shit, man. But I spent really a lot of my time sitting and visualizing what it would look like. What did I want? And blows my mind that that's exactly what I got. So, don't freak out if you're having trouble with this at first. As someone with very strong visualization skills, this is really an easy process for me. However, for some of you, it might be more challenging. If you can't exactly see the things around you, then focus on the feelings. Someone just gave you $1,000 cash. How do you feel right now? Remember the lesson about the how. Don't forget that super important lesson. Your goal right now is to not even think about the how did I even get this cash in the first place. All that matters right now is the end product. You are already holding onto the cash. Keep your focus in the it's already happened zone. Feel the abundance, feel the joy, feel the happiness. Go back to those feelings that you wrote down earlier in the book that this money will bring you. Those are the feelings that you want to manifest, or that will help you manifest. Back in the day, I know for a fact I manifested like $1,500. Yeah. What? Yeah, man. Like, this shit's real. It is. It's fucking real. So remember, it's not the thoughts necessarily that end up manifesting, but more so the feelings. If we manifested every thought we've ever had, well, we'd be in trouble. Therefore, the universe responds to the vibration of your feelings, which is a result of a thought on repeat. Anxiety is a thought on repeat. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, your feelings determine your vibration, which is why I feel a lot of men are very lost, and why maybe have fallen into war and violence and stuff like that, because they were indoctrinated to turn off their feelings. Therefore, they're not vibrationally aware of what they're creating, So that's something that I really focus on teaching boys. I like to spend about 10 minutes a day visualizing. I put on an upbeat song, crank up the volume, put in my headphones, lie down, and see myself doing the exact things that I want to manifest. I visualize being in the places I want to manifest, hearing the good news that I want to manifest. I smile, I laugh, I cry, I go full out, because I know in order for me to go to these places and do these things in the body, I must first see it with my mind. I am doing this right now with motivational speaking. I want to go around and motivate people. I want to share my story, and teenagers or anybody that'll listen. Hence why I'm on YouTube. But I'm focusing on how it feels to be invited to and speak on TEDx Women. That's like the feeling that I get when I talk about that. It's like, so another really great tool for visualizing is to create a kick-ass vision board. Vision boards are basically a collection of pictures and words that represent what you want to manifest. Creating vision boards can be really fun because it gives you a visual destination for your metaphorical life, like GPS. Oh, thanks, Lacey. Ooh, I hope so. I'm practicing. That's what all of this YouTube stuff is about, is like me practicing, sharing what happens. And over time, I'll figure out what people really want to hear about or not. I create new vision board about every 6 months as I manifest things that manifest things and as my desire change. Vision boards can also be used in the visualization process that I described earlier as a tool to actually help you see what it is that you want to be focusing on. I made a video for you on how to create a vision board that actually manifests, and you can find it in my freebie library at manifestationbabe.com. Watch it and create one. Today's Money Babe action. It's fun and simple. Either spend 10 minutes, visualize the $1,000 in your hand, or create a vision board filled with pictures that represent everything you will be doing once you have that money. When you are done, come back and answer these questions. What did you envision? How did it look to you? What did it smell like? How did you feel holding this much money in your hands, knowing it's all yours? Who were you with? What were you saying to yourself? Where were you? What did you spend the money on? What did you hear around you? And can you repeat this exercise, holding even more money or envisioning something else that you want to manifest? Yeah. One of the ways that I like to visualize the manifesting money is I see it like just raining money around me, like just raining money, like a prince was at a strip club and was just like making it rain. But that's like one of the things that because it makes me laugh too. Or being in one of those money booths where there's this money flying all around you. That'd be great. I just see like loads of money around me. Just unbelievable amounts of money that I've gotten without doing something illegal. And with no strings attached to anything. Just like, boom, money. And what I want to do with it is I want to buy property and start the fucking community that I've been talking about forever. I'm ready. Oh, I see that shit. See, that's what's exciting is now I know by monitoring how much I'm thinking about certain things, I can foresee like, oh, what's close to manifesting? Like, what's the closest thing that's going to manifest based on what I find myself daydreaming about? And for a while, I took a break from daydreaming about the community because I was focused on learning, and studying new things again. I kind of went into that cycle. And now I'm getting visions without even purposefully thinking about it of like what the grounds are going to look like. Everything now finally is a cohesive plan. I'm being told how to file things, even though I don't have that knowledge. And like, I'll go and look it up. Like, what is that real? What I was told? And then it is real. And so like all of these pieces of the puzzle are coming together. And now I can see it. I can see it all, and it's fucking glorious. So now I've been looking at this website, billyland.com, and it's an auction site for land. And it's all over the country. And I've been researching like what laws are in what state to make sure that I'm going somewhere where I'm not going to be breaking the law. Which you'd be surprised how many states right now I can't live in because I'm breaking the law. The whole vaccination thing. I can't go to California. I was thinking about that. That's out of the picture. I think New York too. And then I want to build off-grid housing. So Florida's out. So it's got to be a place where I can grow marijuana and have kratom. So I am at the point where I'm getting very specific in my manifestation work, and it makes me super more excited because I know that as I get more excited about it happening, it's even closer and closer. So it's like a kid getting ready for Christmas because they know the day is coming. They know they're going to get some presents, and they're like visualizing all the stuff that they're going to be getting. And like, that is the manifestation gold spot right there. So I am very excited. Colorado. I've been being called to Colorado. I've been being called to Colorado for probably like 7 years when I started learning about unschooling. So Lucas was in first grade. So 2012, I was looking online learning about unschooling, and Colorado, there's a TED Talk. Speaking of TED Talks, there's a TED Talk of a young boy who lives in Colorado and is unschooled, and how he learns by, like, they have apprenticeships set up around town where you can go and, like, he went to learn how to, like, it was a snowboarding apparel company, and he learned measurements by, like, learning how to sew, and he learned woodworking by learning how to cut out the boards, and design by, like, learning how to do it on the computer and all of that stuff. And he was so happy, and I was like, I want that opportunity for my boys. And Colorado, it really does touch all of the bases that I'm looking at, and it's great weather. It's just gorgeous there. So Carlos and I have been kind of throwing the idea around of, like, well, where do we want to go? And I cannot see Colorado passing the law of mandatory vaccinations, But I was really surprised that California did it too. So, who knows? But that's why I have a camper. That way, if I need to take my kids and run and live in the woods, totally prepared to do that to keep them from being vaccinated. I better not say that. Fucking people in, like, scary ass fucking uniforms will come in. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Where is it? Get that out of here. Get that out of here. Oh, yuck. So Colorado might be a great place to go. Right? Stop that attention. See how quick our mind just goes where it is. We gotta rein that in like a fucking wild ass horse. I said wild whore. Gotta rein that shit in too, I guess. No, that would be slut shaming. Whatever. Hoe out, girl. I am so glad I don't live in that universe. I really love the universe I'm in right now. It's really super great. All right. So, thanks for hanging out. And I'll be on Monday morning again for day 12. And I'm gonna continue catching up because there's still some stuff that I've done, but I want to do a little bit more in depth. So I hope you have a great weekend. Love ya. Bye.